Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the QuaranStream Vibes Just Hangs. Your boy Petey, aka Pet Me, today, and Pat Mumba. What is up? Beautiful, beautiful Monday. Grey still, but still a beautiful day. Nice and cool. Had a dose of rain in the morning. Pretty heavy, actually, Pat. It was quite heavy here. I was deciding whether I was going to be streaming inside or out, but I knew that if it started early, then we would be able to come out here, I guess, after that. So hopefully she doesn't come back. Stay away, Marge.
Yeah, exactly. No, stay away, Marge.
Streaming on 4 pages today, Pat. We got my personal one, PTY MJK, also shared onto the Party Never Stops Facebook, also the WisePass Facebook, the WisePass YouTube, also
everywhere,
YouTube Party, and on Party Never Stops Twitch. So if you guys are on any of those platforms, drop us a line, say good day. Doing this alongside with WisePass. Enjoy life every day, everywhere. Download the app now, available on iOS or Android, to check out the plans, reap the benefits, as we will be coming back to normalcy very soon, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a good one, but we still got to remain resilient as tight measures are still in place. So if we can just hang on a little bit more, we should be able to come back very soon.
Yep.
I got a delivery today, but I had to go out to Jiang Wan Kai and the front of my street, because we're in a green zone, so everything's sort of blocked to come directly in here. But we can receive deliveries all the way out. So I received a MacBook Pro M1 chip and the Apple HomePod. Just from Haga Smart Tech. So I'm doing a little review for them, a little unboxing. So,
nice.
Yeah, not too bad.
Look at you, tech reviewer.
Well, I'm more doing the unboxing and showcasing what combos they sell, because it comes with one of these, the Apple mouse and all these cables and stuff like that. Because they're doing a support program for the kids that cannot go to school at the moment. So they're doing an online support program with another group, and what they do is they want to collect as many computers, old computers that can still get online, that people aren't using, and they'll buy it off them and then fix it up and send it out to the families that with the kids that need computers that can still study online. And even they're also doing a good thing with some schools where they'll buy the old computers back and let the schools upgrade to new computers. Then they'll liquidate the old computers, use that to create a fund for the charity as well. So that's great stuff. Haga Smart Tech, guys. I'll leave that later on as well.
Yeah, because I read I read on the news last week that the medium tier, like entry level laptops, are being selling out on all the e-commerce sites, because obviously households have had to purchase laptops for homeschooling. So a lot of those like laptops that's been selling for like 3 million to 5 million has been selling out. So yeah, I mean, like, it's strange, isn't it? During our time in school, we were all books, textbooks, writing. I think the only electronic thing we used was a calculator. And then now I see my younger cousins, and in schools they provide you with iPads and stuff, and you go sitting at your desk and there's an iPad there already, and study online. But of course you can also purchase your own. But what a change, huh? What a change. I mean, do you think it changes the way they appreciate the growing up? Do you think it loses a little bit of the what would you call it, street smarts, or the I guess when we were going to libraries physically to look up information, it was sort of we had to do it. We had to plan time to do it as well. Whereas now, I mean, obviously it's a convenient. The pros of it is convenience, right at your fingertips. But does it create laziness as well? Yeah, I'll do it later. I agree, because everything is so easy now. It's on everything, or pretty much anything is on Google, right? I know that you could attest to this, is when we had to do assignments or homeworks, we had to go to the library, like you said, and look for references on books, and then we had to go either home and use our World Book of Encyclopedias, and then reference our work through that. But now, I don't know if you've seen it, there's even apps that read books for you and summarize for you.
So you just sit there and listen.
Yeah, so basically you sit there, you input what you want to do or what you want to read, and it just summarizes it for you. Or if you're writing a paper, you write your paper, you know, and then you upload it, and then it will actually check whether if there's anything that's been like sort of copied or that's similar to any references.
Wow.
So it'll tell you whether you've accidentally plagiarized a piece of information. Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think the technology has taken over. I think we spoke about this before with little kids having iPhones and iPads. But yeah, I don't know. It goes both ways, I guess.
Sean's just joined us. Mr. Sean's gone, Burgundy Bandit. How are you, my man?
What up, guys? How you doing?
Hey, good morning.
We were just talking about.
Good evening. Good afternoon.
I'm doing a thing with Haga Smart Tech, so they sell iPhones, laptops, they fix and everything like that. We're just talking about they're doing a support program online where they're going to help families that have kids that don't have access to a computer and need to study online because obviously school's not on. So they're doing things like buying off or even collecting computers off people that aren't in use anymore that can still get online. They'll fix it up and get it back to the kids. So I was just saying to Pat that isn't it crazy how during our time we used to have to go to the library to find information. Now it's at their fingertip, which is convenient, but does it cause a bit of laziness because it's too convenient? Whereas for us, when we had to do assignment, we literally say, hey, I have to go study. I have to do this. Now kids is like, because seeing the same scenery, same environment, I'm going to sit here and just study. It's boring. Whereas with us, it was fun to go to the library.
Also, do you remember?
Yeah, it was exciting.
Yeah. Do you remember when we had to do our
see your
assignments?
friends at the library, yeah.
And then we had to buy those massive pieces of cardboard. Remember? And then you had to do your assignment on that cardboard, and then you'd roll it up and bring it to school, and then present it that way. I mean, now
big poster board.
Yeah, all the schools are transitioning to iPads, and all the students are now bringing their MacBooks. I know in the university that I go to, when I went to university, it was pen and paper. Yes, laptops as well, but you couldn't use your laptop during class. It was like pen and paper. Now you have a look at all the universities. Everyone's got their MacBooks open. So who's really studying?
Exactly.
You never really know, right?
Well, the thing is, when you go to a library, you get the books you need, and that's it. It's not like you have another tab to open up Facebook or anything. You know what I mean? So the distractions are less, I would say. We'll be more distracted by the chick that, hey, that girl's so hot. She's over there at the non-fiction. Our library's still around. I mean, when was the last time you went to a library?
Libraries are still around. I remember when I lived in Singapore, there was a lot of libraries still going on, and it was going strong. People were still going in there for references, but I don't know how it is out in Vietnam as far as libraries.
Do you know if let's say a common library, say somewhere a library in Australia or something in the Western world, do you know if all library information is digitized yet, or is there still stuff in the library that you will not find online?
Yes, still.
Yeah,
that I know for a fact.
Different information. Yeah, it's still got to be there, but like, I wonder. Definitely digital, but like, I wonder like which information you would trust more. I mean, I know it's easier to check on the internet, but like out of the book feels like it was so much longer ago that it was maybe more truthful compared to what you see online today, because just like Wikipedia, you could change whatever word or meaning to anything, So,
well, it's more of a process to get something like hard copies to get published, right? I mean, online you can just make an article and just post it. You can fake a post or a quote and just put someone else's name. It sounds like it's real. People will go, "Oh yeah, this is the guy that or whatever's." It's too easy, I feel. Yeah.
All copy and paste these days.
Copy and paste, mate. Copy and paste.
Control C, Control V. We see it all over social media. There's no creativity anymore, guys.
There isn't at all.
Lost his faith in youth. It's fun.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you just joined us, is the QuaranStream Vibes just hangs. We're doing the stream with WisePass. Don't go away. We're going to come back and get some updates for you with where we are at with lockdown here in Vietnam. Don't go away. You're tuned into QuaranStream Vibes just hangs here with WisePass, Pat Mumba, Burgundy Bandit, myself. Guys, we just had, I guess, an extension or a request to extend the 15th of September to the end of the month. I mean, it was kind of inevitable, wasn't it? I mean, 15th is what, 2 more days? And we only just started getting...
Oh, I know. Yeah, literally 2 days.
Yeah. I mean, what does that tell us? Does that tell us that the case numbers are still yet to be controlled in the mass majority of the regions? Because I do know that some regions are pretty safe, but not everything enough for
opening some.
You know, I think as far as the numbers are still consistent. I mean, you know, numbers don't usually show up until after a week and a half, right? So even if you do a 2-week hard lockdown or a double lockdown, it's not going to show till now. I think the extension, in my opinion, is due to not being able to roll out all the vaccinations in time for the first jabbers. I think there wasn't enough time for that. Clearly, they've been trying to push it for the last 3 or 4 days. But I think the extension, yes, will go into whatever else, the end of September. But they're probably still going to allow people to start going to the supermarket. From what I read, anyway, it says there that you can go to the supermarket or to the pharmacy. We know District 7 and I don't know that hasn't been
it's all unclear.
Yeah, but you know how it is. It's usually always the last sort of minute when they tell everyone who's going to be able to go outside to the supermarket or not, because they can't sustain the part of not people getting deliveries for another 2 weeks. No way. It's already been a struggle the last 2 to 3 weeks. So I think they're gonna start to let people out at least once a week to just go, hey, do your own groceries, because supermarkets are open. Pharmacies will be open, restaurants will be open, so we'll still get deliveries. But I think just the green pass, yellow pass is on hold.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine it would be like in your ward as well, because I can't on foot. I can go anywhere, obviously, because I can just go through. I'm not really sealed off, but the barriers sort of, I guess, concealing where we are as a green zone. Bikes can't go within that unless you have that paperwork that, hey, I'm an essential worker and I live in here. Because the cop outside here, when I went to collect, he sits there, but he doesn't say anything. And then when I came back, I asked him, I said, hey, so what's with the go? Can we only get deliveries on the door there? He goes, yes, if you live in here, you have to get all your deliveries to come to the main entrance there. And that's where you can pass over and grab it. So they don't let any deliveries actually come right to my door. So yeah, that's how it's working at the moment in our area, anyway.
Yeah, I think it'll be like that moving forward. I still think there'll be no inter-district deliveries or inter-district movements until the start of October. But still, hey guys, it's a progression, in a sense, I guess. But we got to do what we got to do, I guess.
I'm going to share with you guys a really good read, an article written by our good friend Lam from WisePass, founder and CEO. And I'll share this with you guys. As you can see, he wrote this, and I'll put the link up there for you guys to have a look as well. So written today, when will Vietnam open borders? It's a great read. So I guess we won't go through it too much, but it tells about the situation. It's got the data, and it's really interesting. Like if you look at this vaccination data here, As of September 12th, 2021, Vietnam has received 29.6 million vaccines, vaccinated over 22 million. That number is crazy because Australia's full population is what, 24, 25, Pat?
Yeah.
You know, and where's Australia on the vaccination ladder? You know, it's crazy. And you look at here, he's got the graph here as recent as of yesterday, 12th of September, and the population in each of those little cities. So, you know, they're moving pretty quick. I mean, this is the reason why they want to extend the lockdown so they can continue getting to that goal of 70, 80% vaccinated. And then
HMC 62.7. Okay.
This is the amount of I mean, Astra seems to be the one that's the most there. If you look at that graph there.
Yeah.
AZ's the one, eh? AZ is the one.
We love a good AZ.
AZ.
So it's a really good read. It's really positive, like mentally positive. I meant in a good read keeps you feeling really good vibes, and things are looking to come back. There's some great steps in place. You know, the government's doing a good job with this, and then obviously Phu Quoc is going to open their island to tourists first. As they're ahead of us in terms of keeping the infection rate down, and obviously, you know, locking everything out. So now that they're ready to open, it's going to be great for Vietnam tourism to start there, I guess, and then slowly moving towards other cities.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if you guys read on the news that there was 2 international flights that landed as well. That's taken
I
back.
saw something about that.
That's taken back some Vietnamese citizens. They're trialing the new passport. I think it's going to be like a 7-day quarantine for them.
Okay, that's cool.
7 days better than 3 weeks, better than 2 weeks.
Yeah,
that's awesome. So I guess Vietnam really wants to catch up to the rest of the Southeast Asian countries, so that we can open up these bubbles between each other. And Thailand would be the next one, I'd say. Thailand is looking real good too.
Yeah.
Thailand's doing their sandbox.
Here you go. Thailand now offers more options for fully vaccinated travelers. So if you this link here,
instead of just 14 days in Phuket, you could move around in 7 days somewhere, 7 days somewhere else.
Oh, okay, interesting.
I mean, God, I would love to go to Thailand. But yeah, Wednesday, Koh Phangan, Koh Samui, Koh Tao, Koh Nai, Khao Lak.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, that's
actually.
It's like, it's tough to for me, it's tough to register when you see countries like this starting to open up and do well. Obviously, you see that they're opening up because numbers are down and stuff, but then you get put off when you look at other countries. Like, for example, Israel is the most concerning one, I would say, right now, is because they're fully vaccinated. Their country is literally fully vaccinated, but they're getting these breakthrough infections for people who are double jabbed with some altered, mutated variant. So they've just started doing their third shot. They've done a booster shot, and they've started to see results of booster shots. So now they're seeing numbers start to come down. So it looks like, going by their case, by their example, I'm not sure what variant exactly it is or how far it's traveled, but if it gets to that point, it looks like a booster shot is needed, fellas. So
yeah, it's going to be imminent.
I mean, what's another vaccine, you know, in the history of humankind that needed this many booster shots?
None.
I mean, if you had the
flu shot,
flu shot was one a year. What about tetanus and
but
rabies?
Tetanus you only do if you cut yourself.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You only do a tetanus shot if you accidentally cut yourself. Yeah.
But even with the flu shot, like, I don't recall the last time. Like, I think when I was last in the hospital, which was oh, okay, I went last year, and they were like, oh, you haven't gotten your flu shot for like 3 years. Would you like to get it? And I was like, sure. Like, but like, it's just like a sickness that like, yeah, like it's a flu. And like, I feel like I'm like, flu shot or not, like you might get some kind of symptoms from it. So like, it's bound to happen, but getting 3 shots in less than 1 year where you just do 1 shot for a whole year is very strange. Vaccinated 3 times compared to a flu shot for 1 time for a whole year. So
Yeah, well, my last flu shot was when I was 15. It's a while ago.
I don't even know. I don't even remember what my one.
I get more sick in Australia than I have been here in Vietnam. I realize I'm a tropical boy. I prefer the heat. In Vietnam, in Australia, Brisbane, winter, when I was there, the coldest was like maybe 18 degrees, and I'm freezing my ass off. And when I tell people that, they're like, you're an idiot. They walk around in a singlet at 18 degrees. But for me, Brisbane at 18 degrees is actually pretty cold for me. And I used to always get the cold all the time. When I fly back, I'll be like, man, I can't wait to go back home. And I'm sniffling, I'm coughing, or whatever the case is with the flu. And then as soon as I get on the plane to come back to Vietnam and I transit in Singapore, as soon as I walk out of Singapore, bam, cough gone, flu gone. My body's just climatized back to cold weather, and I'm good. Yeah, so. And we don't really, we've been here long enough to have an iron stomach to have any of those other problems as well.
Exactly. People complain about like, oh, what about the food? And it's like, when you come to Vietnam, there'll be, I think, like 1 time, maybe 2 that like, yeah, you probably eat something not so great or not so clean, and you get like, the stomach flu or sickness. And then after that, like your immunity to eat anything here is like, it's lasting forever. Like nothing can stop you, and you're fine after that 1 time.
That comes with every country that you visit. I don't think it's just Vietnam itself.
Definitely.
It really depends on what situation you put yourself. Like if you're going to go outside and eat some snails, then be prepared for it. I know a lot of people that have traveled here. I've had a lot of family that's come here, and I've had a lot of Aussie mates that are Australian, not Asian descent, but Caucasian, that's come here and tried everything, and they've been fine. You just got to know what you got to put yourself into. I've eaten much more worse stuff than what I've eaten here in Vietnam. Like Thailand was crazy. Eating a scorpion was insane. I think the worst. Yeah, I think the worst thing I've had here in Vietnam is probably the snake's heart. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had
snake's heart.
Yeah, we had.
You had that in a vodka shot or something, right?
Yeah, we had snake cooked 7 different ways, and then the snake heart came out.
Yeah.
It was still beating, and it was like have it in your vodka or your shot. Yeah, it was all right.
2 hearts.
Yeah. I've had.
I've been wanting to try that.
Crocodile. Is it the bile? The crocodile bile in a shot. Oh, it was feral. I only did it because I was at that party. Like I was kind of forced. They mandated it on me. But like it goes without saying. Like you're right. I was just gonna say, like when people go to Southeast Asia and they try street food like Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand, that sort of stuff, it's not like you see the first street food, you go, yeah, I want to try that. Like you're still pretty switched on with which street food you're going to try. Like you get recommendations. Yeah, go to this lady. She's been here 20 years. She's popular. So you know that it's got to have some form of cleanliness and hygiene. And you always got to look out for things like, as long as they got clean running water, then at least stuff is getting washed. I mean, it's tough to sort of see some street vendors, and then the food is here. And then the lady down on the other end is washing dishes and plates out of a bucket, and that's the tough part that you see. But if it's reputable, I think it's trustworthy, especially when you have locals here that say, look, we eat here all the time. And I guess for the ones that do get it infected or whatever, it's a bad batch. I guess it's unlucky.
Yeah, I mean, it comes down to
I don't think you've been to Vietnam. If you've never had the runs, then you've never been to Vietnam, I think.
Correct. I mean, the worst runs I ever got was, sorry to share if you're eating your lunch, was in India. When I went to India, that was the worst time. And I knew what I was getting myself into, and I had the Bombay guts.
Ooh,
I mean, from the curry, or I mean, just
I think it. It comes down. Sometimes it's not even dirty food. It's just the way the food is in that country. It doesn't necessarily mean that your food's dirty or it's unhygienic, but it's just we're so used to like organic or like freshly farmed food that when we come to Asia, like these guys are farming it and then shipping it the next day to the market. So it's a totally different way of doing it. So that's why I think it just depends on how strong your stomach is. It doesn't necessarily mean it's hygienic or that it's dirty.
Can I ask you guys your opinion on this? Let's say hypothetically, two people, okay, person A, person B. Person A eats, say same age. Let's just say, I don't know, 30 years old, eat both. Person A eats organic only for the rest of his life. Person B doesn't eat organic, just eats, not chemicals, but like
just
farmed,
just whatever,
for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
What's the what do you think the age life expectancy between them difference would be? A lot?
I don't know, man. I wouldn't have a
Like
clue.
what if you only ate
that's a
organic
good
from now on, does that change anything else in what you're sort of eating now? I mean, I'm not saying that 'cause I mean, I bought an apple here and I bought like 6 apples, had it in a bag, put it in the fridge, and I've eaten it, and I think one of them rolled out the back and I forgot about it. And when I was cleaning out the fridge, that apple was still there. And it must have been months after, and it was still looking real normal. I took a bite, and it was still normal. Is that bad? Is that bad for me?
I
Is that
don't know.
bad for me?
That's a good question. I wouldn't know who's going to survive longer.
You think so, but
That's some of the things that we should actually look deeper into, because stuff we're putting into our body in terms of food, and everyone's saying eat this, it's more healthier, but more healthier means what? Another year on your life? Or
I think when they say it's more healthier, as in it has more nutrition, like it's the nutrients in the vegetable or the nutrients in the fruit is much more rich compared to what it is.
The vitamin value.
Yeah, like it's
But then does that give you another year?
Who knows? But I know people that's lived in a farm and that's lived 90 years, 100 years.
That's true.
I'm sure.
I mean, there was no organic food back in the day, right?
Exactly.
So, and they were living much longer than we are living.
And fast food too.
Yeah.
Interesting. We're full of fast food and oils now. We crave for it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Crave.
I think we need to get a qualified nutritionist on one of the shows to talk about this again. That would be
anyone who's tuned in. If you're a nutritionist, would love for you to come on the show and sort of break down exactly the organic versus the non-organic, and what are the benefits in terms of longevity, and if it's any much more different than I guess for life expectancy and I guess health issues in the long haul. Because I mean, we all want to live to the longest that we can, but also live healthy and not sort of have the back end of it in pain and in hospital, isn't it? That's what you want to have. So, but we take that for granted.
Yeah.
Sean, right? Sean, drinking every day, mate.
Yeah.
I mean,
definitely. If I had
saying hi, Cody, still on the front line. Cody is one of the guys at the troops helping out. He's serving.
What up, Cody?
With the military right now. Good to see you, mate. AT again. He was happy with the F1 results last night.
Yeah, let's go the Aussies.
Yeah. He sent me the highlight. I saw it. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty
AT,
cool.
what did you think of the incident between Max and Lewis? I'd like to know your input on that one. Max
and Lewis. Let me put that in a banner. Yeah. F1.
They crashed again, so into each other again. So, and it's an ongoing battle between these guys for this season. So, considering how close it is for the championship, whose fault was it this time?
It reminds me of the beginning of Fast and Furious 9, mate. Where they were crashing. It's the Toretto's going at it.
Good old Toretto's. There's only one more left.
Supposedly. Do we have a clip of that crash?
2024. I think so. Let me try and bring a clip up. So while you guys talk, I'll try and bring it up.
Yeah, my dad.
They're going to make one Fast 10.
F1. 2024, is that what it is it? Damn.
I think so.
I'm a fan of. I have to say, I'm still a fan. Like, I mean, I know it's changed and it's moved away from its I guess, traditional car, like hot fours and hot sixes, and actually modified car scene. But it's still fun to watch. It's still a great movie to watch.
It was a pretty crazy crash. Lewis's life got saved by the Halo device. I don't know if you saw my story today on Instagram, PD. That Halo that protects them at the front all the way back up top. If that wasn't there, Lewis would have been
dead.
Pretty much.
Wow.
Yeah. So
wow. Interested to see this crash, mate. Pull her up. Yeah. Pull her up, mate.
I want to see this. I haven't watched any of the F1 actually.
Let me pull her up real quick. Yeah.
I was supposed to go to the F1 races when they were going to be in Hanoi before COVID hit. Actually,
yeah, that would have been really good. That would have been fantastic for Vietnam. Well, this is what AT says. He goes,
cool.
Racing incident. Both were at fault. Hamo could have moved over, but then again, there was a similar situation earlier in the race in turn 1, and Hamo conceded and went through the sausage curb.
No, I agree. I agree that it's a racing incident. We both know that Max is a very aggressive driver, and Lewis is not going to give an inch of daylight to Max, no matter what. And yeah, both were at fault. Lewis didn't move when he should have given the space, but to me, Max was a little bit too aggressive in that situation. But yes, racing incident. That's what makes F1 fun.
But I don't follow it like crazy, but I know that there's a certain sort of rule about the overtaking thing. But it's so the area is so gray. How do you pinpoint that? Hey, I'm allowed to now, but I'm not, kind of thing. While as the driver, because you can't really tell, right? Obviously, from replays and cameras, you can, because they can see the distance. Whereas these guys are sort of just going by sheer judgment of no, you're not allowed to do that, right?
I think if it wasn't Max, it would have. Lewis probably would have moved aside and given it space, but because it's his main competitor,
but because it was,
if I go out, you go out,
you
go out, I go out, sort of situation. So yeah, let's have a look at the incident right here.
That makes it good.
Hamilton comes out onto the racetrack now. And is he going to be ahead of Lando Norris? That's the big key. No, he's not. And there's Max Verstappen right behind Hamilton into the first chicane once again. It's wheel to wheel. Hamilton and Verstappen. And this time Verstappen and Hamilton have crashed out. And they are both out. As Hamilton came from his pit stop, rejoined the racetrack. Lando Norris was ahead. And in their desperation to stay ahead and to get ahead, the two championship protagonists have taken each other out of the Italian Grand Prix.
Watch the replay,
Hamilton,
guys.
On the right-hand side, coming out of the pit lane, moves across. Did Verstappen have enough space in the initial part of that chicane? And then did he try and get a bit cheeky in the second part?
Max hasn't done anything wrong. It's fair enough to go around the outside. Lewis can't cross over until the white line finishes. Max's car hit the rollover hoop of Lewis's car. That's where the damage has come from.
He hits the sausage curb as well.
Watch this.
Throws it back into the path of Lewis and then up into the air when his car makes
That's Lewis's head.
The Mercedes.
That's what you do. You don't need the space.
It's insane, right? Insane.
Wow, that's unbelievable. That is unbelievable.
The Halo is such a great invention.
I didn't see any of the post interviews or anything. How pissed was he?
I don't know. I didn't see much of it either. So I was just like, it's done. It's gonna be another popcorn session between the Max fans and the Lewis fans.
So that's it, huh? It sucks. Well, it was good news for the winner, though.
Yeah, good news for our Aussie boy Daniel. Did you see him? He drank out of his shoe. This celebration, he drank out of his shoe.
Man, shoeys are getting popular now.
Shoeys are getting
Actually, you know what? Sean's going to do a shoey. We're going to get Sean to do a shoey.
Yeah, Sean's going to do a shoey.
So wait, hang on. We haven't decided when you're going to do this thing. When are you going to do it? We won't do it when you're with us, right?
Sean, you're on mute.
You're on mute, buddy.
Yeah, sorry. No, definitely. Well, since I'm here, we still need to do it. And well, I don't know
give you
about
some time. You'll do it with us. No, you're gonna be present.
But we could build up more. You know, we could build up a couple more dares.
Yeah, we just put a number on it. So far, let's recap. We've got Sean doing the what was the first one? Totally forgot already.
The Mum Tom.
That's right, Mum Tom moustache. The Vegemite.
Ugh.
The Vegemite.
The lemon eye.
Yeah,
Working while spanking yourself.
Correct.
Talking while spanking yourself, and then a shoey.
A shoey, yeah.
Nice. Maybe we could do something with a banana too.
Yeah, we're gonna do something with the banana. That's true.
Yeah, something with the chewy would be cool. Ladies and gentlemen, if you just joined us, QuaranStream Vibes just hangs here with myself, Pat, and Sean Burgundy Bandit. We're streaming on multiple platforms today. We're on YouTube, Party Never Stops, and YouTube WisePass. On Facebook, we're on PD Magic and WisePass, and we're also streaming on Party Never Stops Twitch. Don't go away, guys. We'll be right back, and we'll talk a little bit about upcoming movies.
Let's go.
Welcome back to the QuaranStream Vibes. Just hangs, ladies and gentlemen. Monday Madness here with Sean Burgundy, Pat Mumba. We are streaming alongside with WisePass. Superhero movies, guys. We finally got an Asian out there. Out there. Shang-Chi. Actually, I didn't follow too much of the like deep into the whole Marvel world and all of its characters until I guess when this was in production. I started to look deeper and I went, oh shit, there is an Asian dude. It's already out in America and it's killing it at the box office.
Really
crazy. So is it? Hang on, let me see what the box office collecting. 35.8 million in its second weekend in theaters.
Yeah, played by Simu Liu.
And you've also got Aquafina in there again
hilarious.
from
she's hilarious.
Crazy Rich Asians, and she did that other movie as well with her grandma. I used to follow her on Instagram before she had the Crazy Rich Asians role, and her Instagram stories are hilarious.
Yeah,
because she would always, the way she speaks is she speaks her mind, and she's just like, "What's up?" But now that she's in Hollywood, totally changed, totally different person.
She's been mandated.
Mandated for shout.
So what's his superpower? What's Shang-Chi's superpower? Kung Fu.
What does he do?
Well, I haven't looked at much. Yeah,
he's a master of Kung Fu and brother hand. Yeah, so martial
do you think
arts.
They casted the right person?
I think so. I think because I don't know if you watched Simu from his TV series. He had a TV series out in Netflix. It's actually pretty funny. The comedy series that he played. It's called Kim's Convenience. It's an Asian comedy show. It's about him and his family living in, I think it's in Canada, and owning a convenience store, which is pretty hilarious. You guys should watch it if you haven't.
Legend of the Ten Rings.
Must watch.
Yeah.
So I read a little bit. A lot of people write things like, "Is there a villain within Shang-Chi or something?"
a villain.
But is there a villain side of him? No. Or am I reading what people are saying here? What is the what? Have you guys seen the trailer?
I've seen it.
No, I've never seen it.
Do we see any other
I haven't
characters
seen
in
it
it?
at all.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think there was any other like hard characters on there.
Well, AT says here.
Shang-Chi.
Oh, sorry. Hang on. Dude, Shang-Chi is messed up. Half of the cast is from HK, and no one speaks a word of Chinese, and no one believes he can actually fight. But kind of cool, they filmed it in Sydney. That's right, they did film it in Sydney. And there's a villain in Shang-Chi. That's his father. Yeah, that's right. That's where I read it from. Interesting.
Mandarin, huh?
Yeah. How will we see it here? Just gotta wait.
We just have to wait.
Stream it on one of these illegal websites.
Do you support those sites, Sean?
I do, because I can't go to the movies right now.
Okay, fair enough. That's a fair call.
I have to get the movies in where I can see it.
The weapon is 10 rings. A weapon that is an ancient legendary, more than 1,000 years old.
Yeah, it's he's just basically channeling his inner chi.
That's it. That's where the name comes from, right? Chi.
Yeah, Shang-Chi.
That's cool. Okay, well, I'm going to have to do a little bit of, I guess, backtracking on some of these stories as well, so I can get updated on the whole Marvel verse. Marvel verse is what you guys call it. What about other superhero movies coming out? The Batman.
They're doing another one?
Yeah, you know who plays it? You know who plays the Batman this time?
No.
Have a guess. Have a wild guess. It's a young fella or younger than Ben Affleck's take on. He plays a young Bruce Wayne. Put it that way. Well, you're not going to get it. Edward Cullen from Twilight.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yes, Robert Pattinson is the new Batman. He looks great.
Right.
Oh God,
he looks great. Actually,
I don't feel like he fits it. Like they always cast the Batman wrong. Every Batman has been wrong.
Yeah.
Who's the best Batman then?
Except for maybe one.
What, Michael Keaton?
Yeah, that's it.
I like Michael Keaton. I think the worst one would be George Clooney.
Yeah, George.
I don't know how they got him in that one.
Val Kilmer, I think, was pretty good.
What about Christian Bale? They all did different versions of Batman.
Christian Bale was okay.
Christian Bale, really good.
Ben Affleck was the worst.
But the thing is, Ben Affleck played the old Bruce Wayne that had done all the he'd done all the Christian Bale stuff already. He was old. That's why he formed Suicide Squad. That's why you see him. He's an older Bruce Wayne, and he needs more weapons and stuff. He's a bit bigger. I don't know who they could have got to look older as Batman. I don't know. I mean, I guess we're not used to seeing Ben Affleck's face behind the mask in that sense. I didn't mind him.
No, you've never pictured him.
But I always liked Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton was he just did it.
To me, he was Batman, dude. He looks like a Batman.
And even when he wasn't as Bruce Wayne, he felt like that Bruce Wayne. He carried himself well as well,
Yes, it was the character. He exuded that Bruce Wayne character.
Let's go even further back. Adam West, mate. How good were those costumes back then?
Very, very good.
Quick, Robin, to the Batmobile.
Classic.
The Joker in that was fun. He was cool in that one in the old 60s, 70s Batman TV series. That was great. Yeah. I feel a lot of people imitate Christian Bale's version more, especially with the voice.
Yeah.
With that loud voice. I'm Batman, kind of thing.
He did do the voice real good, yeah.
Yeah.
But he was yeah.
No, he was what?
No, I was going to say he was better in American Psycho.
Yeah. Yeah. I also like him in Terminator.
Yeah, Terminator. He's good. He's pretty good in there. I thought he
Um,
was good for Batman. I thought he fit it pretty well.
it was what was it? Who was? I keep forgetting names. Who was the one that played Bane? What's his name again?
Tom
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy. Yeah.
Yeah, he was great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was Bane. He was
was
great.
like,
yeah.
yes, we have to get the Batman. You know what was a funny meme I remember in I think it was The Dark Knight. I had this dog downstairs. In The Dark Knight, I think it was Two-Face, Harvey Dent, right?
Yeah.
Played by
Harvey Dent.
Aaron something House. I can't remember. But there was because you know how at the last scene he's in hospital and half his face is burnt like that.
Yeah.
Can you remember the meme they did with that face? So it was like turned over like this, and you see half his face like literally skinned and like a bit of bone. And the meme was during that time when Samsung released a phone that kept blowing up.
That's right.
It's like just a new Samsung Galaxy. It's great. It's like, yeah, the things people think of memes like that sticks out of my head every time I see that meme. It's funny.
Apparently, also Tom Hardy is the #1 candidate to be the next James Bond.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting. Well, he's already doing Venom.
Yeah.
Wow, huh?
Because Daniel Craig wants out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Daniel Craig. He's good.
Well, then, okay, who's the best James Bond?
Oh, we went through this before.
Yeah, we did.
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery.
Who was the best? Who was the best Superman?
Ooh. You got to go with the old man, Christopher Reeves. I think
It has to be. It has to be.
Reed.
He looks like Superman, dude.
Yeah, and even his Clark Kent character is clumsy as well, which is nice.
What about Dean Cain?
Dean Cain. Oh my God! Have you seen Dean Cain recently? He's not Superman anymore. He's like Fat Man.
He's super dad right now.
Yeah. Super dad.
Dean Cain. Terry Hatcher.
Yeah,
oh my
Terry
goodness.
Hatcher.
Yes, hot. Terry Hatcher. Hot. Very
Love
hot.
says Henry Cavill isn't bad.
You can tell AT was a pervert or is a pervert.
Hey T. He still is. He's probably looking it up. Getting some.
He's looking
back.
it up, man. OnlyFans.
Right
on OnlyFans.
Terry Hatcher's got OnlyFans now. What about have you noticed on Netflix there's a lot of movies with I guess the female being lead, or a lot of the LGBTs community being the lead in terms of thriller slasher movies, even horror movies. We were so used to having a mixed gender of characters, but they always had like the male that sort of did the killing and the main killing at the end. But now they've mixed it up, and you see a lot of the girls starting to be the ones that are the heroes and stuff, which is pretty cool too. But also makes you
endings.
They're finding a lot of good girls that can be this super villain that you really hate them. I've watched movies where like this chick plays it so well. I actually really hate her.
Yeah. She's involved in she's done the role so well that you end up hating her.
You still got to watch I Care a Lot, Sean. Watch it.
I'll check it out. Maybe tonight I'll watch that one then.
Do it.
Right,
you're gonna laugh.
You said
you're gonna hate as well.
in it, so.
You just hate it. You want to punch her. That's the feeling I got from it. That's
That's gonna be exciting.
Yes.
So if you guys could
if
you guys could pick one superpower, what would it be?
One only.
One only. Like if you woke up the next morning and you could have one superpower, what would it be? I
think I'd like to have Wolverine's healing power. To be honest, I think that's a great,
That's
super
cool.
fast healing.
Cool. Yeah, super fast healing. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's a good one.
I've never heard of that one actually. Like, usually people would say, to fly or to do this, but no one has ever really said Wolverine where he could heal himself real quick.
Re-heal, because then you can never really die.
Because he never really dies, does he?
No matter what.
He just gets old. But he also can heal others. I remember watching the cartoon.
Yeah,
Jean was, and then he held her, so he got her sickness, and she got better. And then he got sickness for a couple of seconds, and he's like, but then he healed.
Yeah. Well, Chuck says he wants to do time travel. Yeah.
Why,
so
Chuck? Are you going to change?
Doctor Strange. Alter the time.
What
about you, Sean? What about you, Sean?
Jackpot universe for the life.
Sean, what are you going for?
I would love like super speed or like to fly. Like I mean like I'm already running so fast already in my mind, but I don't know, the ability to just like get anywhere like this, or like to be able to like, oh, where are you at? I'm gonna fly to you right now. I think either one of those two would be really, really cool to get.
Yeah, that's like me as well. Mine is teleportation.
That's cool.
Teleportation would be really good, actually.
Because then I could just go bang. I'm at your crib. I'm at PD's. I could go inside. Yeah, I could go into a bank's vault, and just take a couple of dollars, come back out. You know what I mean?
A couple of dollars.
Yeah, go to Zion, order a bottle, and then when the lady says, "Hey, here's your bill," disappear for a second. There's the money. There you go. Done.
Thinks you left, but you actually just went to get money. Just hold on.
It's also perfect during this lockdown too. So
yes, excellent. Well, Chuck said he'll do time travel to fix up all the f ups. Now, is that your f ups or the world f ups? You'll be a bit specific here. But I mean, when you go deep into a lot of time travel movies, they talk about things where you're supposed to let things happen because if you fix things up, it won't change. It may change for the better when you come back to your current time, or may change for the worse. And the struggles and fails and the fuck ups that you had may not be appreciated later on because you never did it. So that's the problem with fixing up some of those fuck ups, in my opinion, anyway. Depending too, I guess it has to really depend what it is. Like if it's a fuck up, like you accidentally broke something, it's fuck. I'll go back and so I don't break it. But if it's something to do with a timeline of someone's thoughts, feelings, maybe even death, I guess, it can really alter the change of things when you come back. So I don't know. It's a tough one. It's a tough one to swallow. So, but would you like to go to the future and see what's up? And then you can be prepared.
No, that sounds kind of scary.
That's the other thing.
I don't think I want to do the future one.
Yeah.
I'd be too tempted.
It sounds like
if you were how far would you go? So right now, like whatever age, if you're allowed to watch just 10 minutes of it, and it's just a quick highlight, there's no dialogue, just images of your future. How far would you go?
September 16.
Just to see where we're at.
Just to see if the government's saying we're going to extend it. No, just joking.
January 2022.
Yeah. Why?
To see what actually changes to the normal, the general, regular life, as they say it could go back to, or July.
Imagine you went to like a milestone birthday, like a 40th or 50th, whatever, just to have a look, and then you see, what the hell is that guy doing at my birthday? Right? And then you come back and then you go, remember, don't invite this guy, or whatever the case. That'd be funny.
Like, what the fuck was he doing there? Nope.
I would probably go to my second last birthday.
Ooh,
Second
Interesting.
to last birthday, huh?
Yeah. My second
Really?
last birthday. Yeah. Because then you'll know
wonder
how
what
long
age- Yeah.
how long you will live.
You have a
Then
year
you'll
left,
also-
huh?
Yeah, then you'll also got 1 year left to run amok. So, like, you know, if you were like, okay, I wish I could go back to my go forward to my second last birthday, takes you to like 72. So you're like, okay, I'm living till I'm 73. I've got 1 more year to do. Okay, and then let me see what I've achieved.
Interesting
Or
indeed.
see what you can wreck and ruin.
Exactly.
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
I just want to see if there's still any AZ available when I'm 72. Who knows how long the vaccines will be going?
Yep.
Yeah.
Finish it up.
You have an AZ stash.
What about you, Petey?
I don't know. After you said that, that's actually a pretty good one. But I mean, I don't know. I guess I would go to. I don't know. What about going to my parents' second last or third last birthday?
That too.
Yeah. Spend some time with them. I mean, I want to spend some time with them now as much as I can too. But until things get better, then hopefully. All interesting.
What would you?
Yeah. I mean, speaking of parents, I saw this video. I'll try and find it where I can find this, and I'll share it with you guys. It was all about like how often you actually see your parents. You know what I mean? Like, put it into perspective. Like, yes, we talk to them by text, but how often do you actually call them and see them in person? We sort of take that for granted, and it sort of made me tear up when I saw the video because for us anyway, we live overseas, right? We're separated from our mom and dad. So you just think about it. Like, the guy, this is what hit me so hard. The guy said, just how many times do you see your parents, like eyeball see them? Let's say you only call them once a month, right? So let's say you only see them 12 times a year. And think back, how old are your parents? Right? And then put it into perspective. How many more years? Of course, we want them to live another 20, 30, 40 years. But just think about it. Like, he puts into perspective that we don't actually make the effort enough to call and see our parents. And it's such a big difference to just texting, oh, hey, mom, how are you? Yeah, I'm good. But that's why I recently made the change to call my parents every couple of days, even if I'm just like, oh, hey, what's up? Okay, cool. It's, you know, it just
say hi and see things.
Yeah, just to say hi, because there's a lot of times where I remember living overseas now for 12, 14, 15 years. There was times where I was only calling my mom like once, maybe twice a month. Like, yes, I know they're healthy, they're perfectly fine, but still, it puts it into that perspective. Like, man,
sure,
you really need to make more effort just to like, we've got the technology, right? We're doing it right now. Like, I see you guys more than I see my parents.
Yeah,
that's true.
Very true.
I mean, me and mum, we text a lot to each other. Dad only recently got his own Facebook because he used to share with mum, so he used to see stuff anyway. But mum and I, we message each other food that we eat. But only till recently, she would call me and we do a video chat when she has the kids, when she has my sister's kids over. So we do a little FaceTime. And you're right, you know, we need to do more of it. Just even if it's just a 5-minute chat. You know, she just goes, hey, I just heard a little bit about Vietnam. What's going on? You guys okay? I said, yeah, we're okay. You know, do you need anything? Nah, I'm good, mum, blah, blah. And then we just talk a little bit and that's it.
Yeah. And it puts them at ease. Because I think even my mom said it, where she was like, you know, like, yes, you text me every day, but there's times where, like, when I get to see your face, that's more than enough, like that you're okay. So I think, like Mom said, it's just priorities, I guess, and squeezing it in. Like, you know, we're stuck on our phones all day doing this. Why
have
can't
all
we,
the time in the world to do it?
Why can't we just do the same thing but dial our parent or our family? You know what I mean? So yeah, definitely, it hits home.
Well, remember before all this, we had to call, and I remember when we first, I guess, when my parents first migrated to Australia. When I was growing up, it wasn't cheap to make international calls, and you had to buy like a phone card, like $20, and that would give you, I don't know, like an hour and a half, whatever. And mum used to be on the phone just to call back, talk to grandma all the time, and that was the only way to communicate back then. But now, like you said, we take things for granted because it's just so easy to send them a text and I'll talk to mum
free
tomorrow.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it's free. It doesn't cost anything anymore.
No,
people's time. That's what it is. That's what we're trying to get to people. Is time.
It's weird, isn't it? How when we were younger, we were trying to push them away, and then now that we get older, that we start to gravitate
trying
back
to bring them closer.
Yeah, it's weird, but yeah, call your parents, people.
Call your parents. Reach out to them.
Call you FaceTime.
So a question from Lum saying, what would you do if you have 12 months to live? And we'll start with Pat, Sean, and then
what
me.
would I do if I had 12 more months to live? I would probably just reach out to every single person in my circle, family, friends, make sure that I have no quarrels, no beef, nothing to think back and say, okay, I should have squashed this or I should have done that, and just go from there, man. Just try and do whatever I can to enjoy
like
my life.
Yeah.
It's just so that when the time does come, I'm good. There's no regrets. There's nothing that I'm holding on to. I mean, it's not that I'm holding on to anything now, like I'm against anyone, but it's just, like Petey said, I think it's more of a spiritual cleanse to really go through to the next stage of whatever it is.
Sean?
Interesting.
Sean will be having a party every day.
Sean will be getting some Tiger beer.
Sean will be getting a 12-month subscription to OnlyFans.
If I had 12 months to live, I would definitely try to see everyone that I cared about and loved. Definitely would want to spend like some trip, like a month long or longer trip with my dad and my my family, just because of course I'd want to see them the most. I would definitely have some unforgettable parties that I would never forget after the 12 months.
Not like you haven't.
Would try out. Yeah. But even crazier. Maybe do some like extreme things that I don't know, I've never thought about doing. Like
you're about to do extreme things with those days anyway.
I've always wanted to fly in one of those squirrel suits, when they like skydive and sort of like jump off a cliff and squirrel fly. Those, I mean, like that's like a dream, but some kind of extreme activities, and then just see a little more of the world. I haven't seen enough, and if I could do that with my dad, that would be great. I mean, mom too, but they're divorced, so I think with my dad would be great. So yeah.
That's nice.
Spend time with the fams a lot more.
I think that's where most people would say too is first and foremost is to spend as much time as you can with your loved ones and your family. Make amends with some of the people that even if they were wrong or anything. I think it's always good to I think in the spiritual lingo they say it's always good to cut these negative cords off you that are linked to people that you may have had good times with and had a falling out. It's always good to cut those cords, make amends with it. You don't have to be friends again afterwards, but you can at least be civil and say, hey, look, I didn't mean for this to happen. I just want to say sorry. And at least that way you're not carrying this baggage and load of some negativity and feeling that way. I think I would do just what you guys do and just maybe do some things that I haven't done or wanted to do. I might try and document the whole 12 months into some sort of a big video and then have a nice message at the end to people to just enjoy their life, chase their dreams, and love as hard as you can, because at the end of the day, when you finish up, if you have and that you've given all your love out there, then I think you'd rest at ease better than going into the sand and going into the ground, I guess, with some hatred or holding any grudges. Not that I know what
you don't want to do
the afterlife feels, but I think for you now mentally, it would be a better feeling. here's one of our Tran. She is the one that likes your Joey, Sean. She wants you to do the Tran's asking if you can go back to the past to fix. What would you want to fix? Do you want to fix anything or no?
Sean, you can go first.
A couple cars that I crashed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess a couple of incidents of reckless driving of cars I wish, I didn't have to crash and pay and refix and waste a lot of money on. What else would I want to fix? Maybe how some relationships ended. Maybe if they were ended on a better note, But other than that, I think that's about it. There's nothing that's horribly gone wrong in life, and everything's just been a learning lesson. So, yeah. What about you, Petey?
What do you think is better? What do you think is better? Going back to fix a better ending for a relationship that ended bad, or to fix it in the present time, and I guess. I mean, I don't know if there's a chance to fix it, but like to sort of maybe be a bit more of a man about it there.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Because if you went back to the past, you'd have to convince yourself in that past that, yo, dude, I'm from the future. You need to not do this. And you might be like, who the fuck are you? I'm a jerk. I'm a toxic dude. So I'm going to do this, or whatever the case is.
Yeah, like, fuck off. Like, I'm doing what I want. Like, I didn't have, yeah. Maybe, being the man in the present would be the better thing, showing you've grown and you can accept, certain things that were wrong and talk about it and get over it, even friendship or no friendship,
We're giving out some desserts. Okay, so what are the conditions and prerequisites for someone who goes on a date with you that will get dessert? What do they have to have for you to give them dessert?
Couple of beers, No.
Is that it? I'll give you a couple of beers
now. No. A good vibe, good feeling. Someone that I can have fun and laugh and enjoy with. As far as like, I don't like someone strange and weird or like standoffish and like just like not paying attention to me. That's definitely not going to get you any dessert. Even if you want it, you're not going to get it. But just good vibes, good vibes can get you good dessert.
Good vibes for the good dessert. Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, if you just joined us, QuaranStream Vibes just hangs. Doing alongside WisePass here with my guy, Pat Mumba, Sean Burgundy Bandit, Mr. Banana. Don't go away. We'll be right back. And we'll open up the lines for people to hang. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, if you just joined us, QuaranStream Vibes just hangs here with the WisePass team. We are doing Monday Madness with the boys, Pat Mumba, Sean Burgundy. I've just opened up the link, so if anyone wants to jump on and tell us a little bit about what they're up to during this lockdown. We've got an extension going to the end of September, I believe. But we'll know more, I guess, with some more updates as we go along day by day. It's pretty much day by day, to be honest, as things come through. But at least we have some sort of a forecast projection to look forward to. So at least if we can stay resilient and do our part, those dates become more of a confirmation. Yeah. So, lunch, boys. I actually haven't had lunch yet. I only had a snack, so I'm going to be eating straight after the stream. So we've been brewing a Bumba Way last night. So it's going to be good to get onto that. So it was cooked by the wifey. So she took Japanese wife trying to cook Vietnamese dish. So she watched on YouTube, and then she sort of just, I'm going to try this. She ordered most of the ingredients. That's it. And it smells good, tastes good so far. We had to let the beef, slow cook overnight so it can get super, super soft, just the way you like it, Sean. And then we'll try it in a little bit.
Yeah, that'll be exciting.
What about you? What's on the menu? What's on the menu for you boys?
I think I'm gonna be doing some kind of chicken and rice, or some. I don't know exactly. You
had lobsters last on the weekend. I saw. You had lobsters or prawns or something.
Yeah,
like mad lobster.
Some big prawns
with like the blue claws, the long blue claws. They're fucking huge, dude.
You got them delivered?
I've seen them so big, and my friend, she had gotten them delivered to her house from some guy, and she's like, I don't know how to cook these. And then my friend was like, can you cook them? And I was like, let me watch a YouTube video. And so I kind of just like gave it a try, and actually they're really good.
Just boiled, is it?
Also, boys, Kebaby is open, so delivering to you guys.
No way.
Should be available, yeah. So
Kebaby's down the road from me.
Yeah, so message them directly if you guys feel like ordering something. I just saw online, so I thought I'd share with you guys since it's closer to you guys than to me.
I mean, is Grab like? I haven't even looked at Grab.
No, just a lot of the Grab stuff is not working. Yeah. Just go directly to the to the Facebook page and then order through them.
Yeah, it's very limited.
It's pretty hard for. Yeah, it's really hard for like restaurants to be opening during times like this, because I thought someone put a post up, and it was like the cost to open, the cost for all the tests, the extra service fees that people have to pay for delivery. I think they have to upsell the food because it's, they're not getting too much out,
right? So like a super expensive delivery fee or something.
Yeah, it only really works if they're delivering to the same ward, the same district, and a lot of the times they have their own delivery drivers, so that works for them. I mean, the pizza and the tacos that I ordered 2 days ago, that was delivered by a shipping company. I can't remember. I think it was Aha Move. The ones that wear orange, they're Aha Move, right? Yes, and that delivery. That delivery was only $30K. So, but it's only down the road from my place, but still, but yeah, Kebaby.
That's good to know.
Yeah, I just
Kebaby
saw it. That's what first came up on me.
I just call it Kebaby. Sounds more sexier.
Yeah, they're only down the road from me, so and it's not far from you, Sean. We just go over all of Huang Sa, right over to Bình Thanh side, so you should be able to get it easy, no problems. No problems.
That was the first thing that came up.
Nice one. You should. They're good combos.
Yeah. Combos. Yeah, I just want to go to Wang Yao and just fill my table.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
There's some
ladies and gentlemen, if you just joined us, QuaranStream Vibes just hangs. We've opened up the lines. If you want to jump on for the last, 14 minutes that we're on for, come say hi. If you're not camera shy, make sure you got earphones on. Share with us your lockdown story. What have you been up to? Anything you want us to try or whatnot? Jump on.
Any news?
Jump on. I'll give you guys 30 seconds. QuaranStream Vibes just hang. Life every day, everywhere. Join with me, Pat, Mamba, Burgundy Bandit as well. Lines are open, guys. If you want to jump on and say good day. We're streaming every day, Monday to Thursday at 3. And then we got the late the Pretty Late Show on Friday night at 9, and Sunday roast at 3. Back with the QuaranStream. So come through, boys. You wanted to do a podcast, so maybe we could discuss that. Audio only podcast, and we can have a little chat. We've got one of our fanboys jumping on now, Chuck from Chuck's Burgers, who wants to jump on and say g'day. There he is.
Hey.
How are you?
Chuck boy.
Disheveled.
Chuck boy.
How's things, right? How's things?
Bleak.
Bleak.
Very, very bleak.
Yeah.
Is there much traffic through Pasteur at all?
I'm not even living there, dude. I'm over at my in-laws, man.
Ah, okay. Where's that?
In Phu Nhung. Actually close to you, dude.
Ah, okay, cool. Oh, so you're over on the Jung Sa side, like Francis Long side.
Yeah. Yep. There's no traffic, dude.
Nah.
And then possible 2 more weeks. Ugh, stupid.
Well, it's in reflection to the numbers, and I think that's the only reason why they're doing it. And plus, they want to get the rest of these vaccines out to people as well.
Well, the numbers have been the numbers have been going up and down like normal before, so it's been the same. Just like
we just got to write it out. I mean, like, let's just wrap up September and start fresh October. It's Halloween month, spooky month. So, I don't even know what I'm going to wear actually for Halloween. I'm already thinking about what to wear. I mean, like, got some old ones that I can mix and match, but figure it out. You guys got costumes? You going to dress up?
I haven't thought of anything
Even
yet.
not going anywhere? Were you a huge Halloween in America, Sean? Because it's huge in America.
Yeah, Halloween's giant. Like, it's a really, everyone likes to dress up, big parties. Las Vegas is ridiculous. The craziest parties with like everyone dressed up. So they believe in it quite a bit. But I've noticed here it's a little different. Not it's not that big of a event or celebration. So
it's just the dress up here. That's it, really.
What does Chuck do? He says burgers.
Lamas, what does Chuck do? Yes, Chuck is Chuck's Burgers, the infamous Chuck's Burgers on Pasteur. Chuck's Burgers, Chuck's Burgers.
What happened to Chuck?
You guys can connect. His video froze, and then
pay your bills, mate.
Yeah, speaking of that, when is my electric bill? I always forget it.
What do you average?
TX.
Oh, but you live alone, so that's
1
different.
million.
1.5 for us.
1.5, and you blast it too.
Yeah, mine's on pretty much all day.
No, I mean, surprisingly, like, you can run your AC all day, all night, and like, it's it's a great deal. Like, cost of electricity is nothing compared to America or Australia.
Well, we had someone ask, what does Chuck do? And we just plugged it, Chuck. Chuck's Burgers, available soon for delivery and for dine-in.
No dining, dude.
Soon.
Well,
I'm being optimistic.
I'm being optimistic too, man. So we're all trying to be optimistic, bro. So
as much as we can.
As much as we can.
Better the vibes than the negs, but I feel that we're gonna have to open up very soon anyway. So
we have
to be back.
I mean, honestly, what are we opening up for though? I mean, honestly, like, are there going to be any businesses open? And most of the streets are already bad as it is. Like 90% of all the storefronts are gone. Yeah, like on Pasteur.
I mean, on the list, shopping centers was the last as well. Shopping centers, gyms, karaoke massages. So I think The moment shopping centers open, like Takashima, Saigon Center, bam, all the locals are going to go there for sure.
Definitely.
It's going to be hectic.
crazy.
Aeon Mall is going to be hectic. So, yeah. Yes,
buddy
Lam,
said
that's correct, fam.
28
is
28,500 businesses have already been lost. That's
Wow.
Yeah, that's
what
both
they
of
say
us.
so far. And I'm sure
Wow.
there's more, but that was some of the news. That's a lot.
Damn. It hurts the businesses that kind of took a risk that when things were looking promising, they were like, okay, let's open up the business. And then it went down into the lockdown again. That was a huge loss for those ones too. I know a couple of friends who just started something and they're like, man, one of them was the Huate space that we have, Pat, where I did the magic show. Like they could be running shows already, left, right, center every weekend, but we can't.
Well, I mean, we gotta adjust. We gotta adjust.
AT.
That's why they're going to build
ones.
this virtual world, and everyone can go wherever they want. AT, I want massage to open legit ones. I'm pretty sure they're all legit. Like, I don't know which one you're talking about.
What's a legit? What's a not legit massage?
Yeah, they're
Please
all
explain.
good,
Please explain. What does a non-legit massage entail?
Yeah, like they don't massage you.
Only
What do they
18
do
knows. Only 18 knows. So, yeah. So, what have you been up to since, Chuck? Just what do you do through your days?
Still
What's the routine?
Same routine. Same routine, different toilet. Learning Japanese, getting frustrated because nobody's helping. Playing video games.
Someone, that's why. You need
Say
someone
again?
else Japanese so you can actually talk to. You need someone else Japanese to talk to.
Exactly.
learn
No.
quicker.
You do need a be somewhat immersed and then have somebody that actually has knowledge of it that can correct you, or when you have questions. Why should we use wa instead of de, or de instead of wa, or stuff like that. It's tough.
Yeah.
But you pick up little things. I've been watching a lot of anime, so leaving the Japanese on and leaving the caption, the English subtitles on, so I can practice listening. So I'm picking up words, not too bad. But
it's the problem with anime is it's so emphasized,
Yeah.
So then, you learn how to say,
Go ahead.
Eska, or whatever.
But other than that, looking, just trying to plan for the upcoming months of what we got to do. We might be downsizing, so going to something. Yeah, I mean, you got to adapt. We can't be spending our almost $5,000 a month on a place where we're not going to be even hitting those numbers anymore, dude.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, we were gangbusters before all this stuff happened, though. But I mean, we got to adapt to the new scenario. So, like I said, I mean, once it lessens up and eases up, I mean, to be honest, I'm going to be driving my truck around, dude. That's all I'm going to be doing. I'm tweeting where we're going to be at, and that's where we're at.
That's a good idea.
So, I mean, sell burgers out of my truck. That's all I need.
I think that's sort of the way we're headed, because it seems like a safe way to do it. You're not, I mean, there's a picture going around with them pushing those, how street food pushes those cars. Well, there's these guys in hazmats pushing around like test kits, and they're testing people on the, so looks like we have to do everything mobile.
Well, Ginza is doing that right now. I mean, I don't know if you've seen it though, but Ginza, over one of the swankiest places in Tokyo, is allowing food trucks to operate there because the rental prices for like the brick and mortar stores are way too high, and I would say probably a good 80% of the businesses have closed down. So like, there's nothing there. So the only way to combat that is to have mobile food trucks to go in there, because they're not paying that absorbent amount of money, and they don't really need that space, So it makes it, well, actually, they're doing it with food, groceries. They're doing it with everything. To be honest, it's actually pretty cool. I mean,
it's really good.
If your location sucks, you're not bounded by concrete anymore. You can just go, well, this location sucks, I'm going to bounce over there. It makes it so much easier. So,
and it's good for the people that if you have like a regular route and they know that you come through at a certain time, they're like, you know what, Chuck comes through every Tuesday at this time or whatever, and we'll just get a burger at that time or whatever the case is.
It keeps it new. It's like your regularly broadcast sitcoms, oh yeah, today I'm watching Seinfeld, stuff like that. It makes it easier. Yeah, we do have that Motion Co. That I was starting up. So, we'll see where that goes, because that will be the group for all the other food trucks to kind of rally together.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
It's what's needed.
You've had that plan for a while. So
I've been planning that for like 6 years, man. Just new regulations and finding out new laws and making sure that we operate within the confines of all the restrictions is a key point. We don't want to just go, oh, well, we'll just pay somebody off when they catches us. No, we want to be able to operate correctly without going to oh, well, we got to pay off this dude, and then he tells his buddy, then we have to pay off his buddy. Well, we don't want to do that, dude.
And everyone's paid off.
Yeah. A lot of places have closed just because of that.
Well, still got to stay optimistic. I think things will start to get better. New changes, like you said, we're going to have to adapt. We're going to have to plan ahead, like you said, use this time to figure out how you're going to bounce back, because that's the most important part. And if you stay here and be stagnant, then when the time comes to come back, you're sort of behind everyone. So figure out something now, I think, personally as well, So I think we should all be conscious of our own health in general, our own income, where we're going to get some money, we're going to make some more money, what else we're going to try and do, team up with people, some joint ventures. I think that's the key as well. It's not really so much a solo thing now. Like, I think you can team up with people and try and get something done together. And I think that's it. I think that's where we're headed, at least here in Vietnam anyway.
Together, so let's stick together and make it through,
Well, that brings us to the full time mark. Thanks for joining us, Chuck. We're going to try and post something before the stream of a specific topic. I've got a couple of topics in mind we want to talk about tomorrow. So if you just joined us, I'm sorry, guys. You're going to have to tune in tomorrow to the QuaranStream Vibes Just Hangs. You've been wonderful. Thanks for tuning in. WisePass, don't forget, download on iOS or Android. Check out the plans and see what you can get before things come back. And we'll catch you tomorrow. Thanks, Chuck. Pat.
Later.
Burgundy.